Hello, welcome back. In the last video, I took the Ukta system from Harmony, so they're finally down to one system unless they've got another one hidden away somewhere. I highly doubt it. Ceasefire, yeah, there's no more star systems for them. Also, I mentioned the new patch 1.1.9 which came out recently. I went through a load of details on that, and we're continuing to have a lot more engagements with the Automatons and trying to stop them from invading or taking planets off the Pilgrims, which they seem quite close to doing here in Sirius and maybe in Rigel as well. Right, there's a couple of techs that are completed. And I did the build list in between videos. I also just discovered what looks like a bug as well. I'll show you. The bombs, which I've recently just discovered in tech-wise. So it's supposed to add 37.5 tonnage, so it's 73 now. As you can see, it didn't go up. Production went up. It added one on. Even added the orichalcics on, but the tonnage hasn't gone up. So in a couple of minutes, I'll probably reload the game and reload it back into it and see if the bug's gone away. Not sure why that's there, if it's a permanent thing or not. If it is a permanent thing though, I think I'll just leave a certain amount of tonnage free on the ships whenever I want to use it to denote that the tonnage has been used up. I think that's the best way. That's like pretty much close to a fix, I guess, if I play fair. Because I do probably want to use those later. But before that, there's a bit of combat to be had. In between turns, all these trimechs, they drop pods, slam regenerated as usual. Right, so there's a Pilgrim, partial Pilgrim fleet there. I've got all these ships to move down from Uktar as well. That's a trimech that can go back to Soydan, I think. Join the rest of the useless drop pods. Little siege. I might destroy these potentially. They use up a lot of maintenance and they're really old. I don't even have the designs for the octodroids. Oh, that's another. You can go back to there as well. Right, I'll just scrap this fleet. How many ships are there? 12. So I think I'm spending about 5 per ship, so it's 476. What's that, 60? Yeah, nearly 60 I just knocked off for those old designs. Come to that in a second. Put these in the hangar a second. It's possible that the Cravers could come in and destroy them, so be a bit careful there. Right, what battles are going on? Kais. They have fighters. Don't think any of the cards really work against fighters, except for maybe the barrier. Amplitude hasn't really done any fighter cards yet. Something they should do. Also, so at the moment they will do damage. I don't think I can stop them. Maybe not. 0. And why they pick that? I guess that's maybe the right card. Well, if fighters didn't do anything, and he's got an ability point, that adds hit points. So I might get that actually. Still says they're in. Maybe it's because I'm not actually at war with them. Should probably declare war. Might do that in a second. Come back there. That's why maybe I can't attack. Right, guild system. Still in Cold War. It's almost identical powered fleet. My system's one of my newer fleets though. Nearly completely new. Having said that, I've got a load of techs recently. I need to redesign my ship soon. Long range missiles. No fighters though. Right, I actually fancy seeing a manual, so this is one of the newer fleets, so it should be quite interesting to see how well they do. They've got 2 command point 2s which will probably be at the front. Well, they're both a bit damaged, so I'm not going to go guillotine. They've taken a anti-missile card. It's sabotage. Oh wow, they're doing damage. Maybe they did. I'm quite surprised at the amount of damage you're doing actually, even though our fleet strength is similar. I think I can beat them in a war of attrition anyway if it got to that stage, but hopefully it won't. Wow. They did a lot more damage. They did more damage than us. Yeah, most of them are dead. Those long-range missiles are really good. Right, so that's interesting. I may have to... well, I'm going to be redesigning ships in a minute anyway, so... actually, I think I'll reload the game now, see if I can see if that bomb bug goes away. Okay, so I've restarted the game, and sadly the bomb's weight bug still exists. As you can see, when I press down here, it's still making no effect to tonnage. So what I'm going to do is basically leave a certain amount of tonnage free, and then stick the bombs on in the ships I'm using them for, which in this case is the... I've made a new design, the Tripox 4. So that's 37.5 space, so that's 90, yeah, it's 120.5 that is, so that's enough room left in there for it, as you can see. In between the pause then, or the reloading, restarting, I've redone the Tri-Siege and the Tripox 3. So I'll go into some detail of what I think you should, what types of modules and so on you should be putting on your invasion fleets. At the moment, I think it's worthwhile in sticking repair on all your invasion fleets that have drop pods, fighters, or bombers, because I think all of them can be damaged, and they can all be repaired via the repair module. But having said that, it still might be bugged, and I'm yet to actually see any fighters or bombers be destroyed in a siege in this game, at least. So all that being said, basically, if the bombers and fighters aren't being damaged in sieges, and drop pods aren't supposed to be repaired via the repair module, then I wouldn't use them at all. But I think they are supposed to be in all those cases. So basically, any invasion ships you're using that use those 3 use a repair module. In terms of which ship to use, I think the Mark III is probably the best in most circumstances. The reasons being is cheap. I'll show you now. It's only 40 production cost per command point, and like say the next level up one, which is 160 for 2 command points, and that only has 2 special slots. Even this mark only has 3, so, and it's still 160. It also has it doesn't have as many hit points in that, but you don't really need the hit points. You're not supposed to get them into combat anyway. You shouldn't be sticking in shields or defense, shields or weapons or anything like that on them, because you're should be protecting them properly with your main combat fleets. So in most cases I would recommend this, the Mark III, the first one you research. There are support module related effects for each and every race, so that may change your decision based on that for some of your invasion ships, depending on what the benefits are from those effects. Some races like the Horatio, I think, have bombs bonuses depending on which class of ship, so there may be differences in that case. But for the Sowers anyway, this one also has a repair tonnage minus, so that's good for apart from early on in the game when you're going all sieges because you haven't got bombs or fighters. It's good basically. And early on you'll probably be using that ship at that point in the game anyway for just all siege type invasion fleets. I would recommend my current build for these. I have 3 different types of invasion ships at the moment. I was still reasonably early on in the military build list, but the Trimech, for instance, has 2 drop pods, a repair module, and a couple of sieges. And I've got each type of the special modules within these 3. This one has a bomber, and it actually has 2 bomb. Oh no, it has a bomber and 2 sieges, I should say. I actually need to upgrade that because siege wasn't upgraded. And this one has a lone fighter and it has 2 bombs, population and the building bomb. I think that's it, 'cause it's quite expensive, those bombs are. Right, I'll upgrade this while I'm at it, because I don't think this has been upgraded since then. So what was it? It was about 600 odd. Right, won't allow me to upgrade. Oh, now it will. Right, apply. So Mark 4, yeah, it's going up to 900 odd. 990. Is that 950? Not really. I think they both have 2 sieges on, so I'm not really sure. Or maybe the. Oh, I think the bomber gives a slight bonus on this one. Check. $240 actually. I think they're all correct. Not 100% sure, but that'll do for now. And I've actually forgot try sieges, and yeah, I've added some in the build list of Viacaris. Later on, the module cost goes up for fighters and bombers. So, for example, that takes up 2 slots, that fighters, so that may change things and how I've organized my invasion ships, and also the tonnage has a big effect on what I'd be putting on them. But in general, I'd probably have at least 3 different types of invasion ship, any one stage, unless you have crazy tonnage on your lower class ships, your lower command point ships. Right, so I've got a few attacks to make. When I reloaded as well, I haven't been attacked, so that's interesting. Maybe the bug has been fixed. Can't remember if I attacked in this turn or not. I may have done a deal. Right, so I just want maximum damage here. Right, I'll move those in a second. Right, I'll attack here. This is an older fleet, so they can get beat up a bit. They have melee kinetics. Medium range missile, mainly kinetics then. 21 ultimate defense. Could use that, it's cheap, got enough dust for it. Yeah, why not? Okay. They survived all the way through, surprisingly. Go Salient 3. Right, they can't attack again, sadly. Pilgrims might lose this system. I'll move these down to here. I'll actually move these up a bit. Okay, so what have they got? 3 ships, not much. Long-range missiles and crazy amounts of long-range missiles. There are 10. Well, my weakest hit points are... Right, basically, do I risk one of the quad bots getting destroyed, or do I stick a weaker ship in? It's a relatively new fleet, so they all have the same experience. Right, so he should be at the top of the list basically. And I've got to limit missile damage. Try camouflage. Not sure if it's as good as sabotage, but I'll try it. And engineering. So somehow a duo bot was attacked. That's really weird. Oh no, all of them have extra hit points now. I have no idea what's going on there, to be honest. Right enough. Oh, I haven't attacked at Kai's, but I think that's because we're not at war. So it's about a good time to declare war, I think. Tech-wise, they don't have any. They're not any more advanced than us military. They have that one card ahead. That's it. I'll just check what the. So they're at war with the Pilgrims, Cold War with Cravers, and at peace with those. Yeah, definitely declare war. That dust worries me. We should be able to declare war here now. Attack here now. So it looks like they're all spent fighters and siege. So I'll max the tactics. I think I'll go Defender actually. Siege there. I think it's been nearly half an hour actually, so I think I'll call this an end to the video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to make a comment or a question, please do. And most importantly of all, please watch the next video, and I'll see you next time.